The empty set just sounds cool. It's almost like a band name. Like, who are you guys seeing tonight? Oh, the empty set. It's a pretty cool math concept too, with a nice name. So, um, let's back up. First of all, what's a set? Before we talk about being a set empty or not, a set is just a collection of numbers. So, and it's usually you do curly braces to say what lives inside a set. So you know, here's a set of, I don't know, here's a set of three numbers, 3, 5, and 8. Um, you could have all kinds of sets. So if I were to ask you, um, what is the set of numbers for which x plus 1 is equal to 4? You know, like what's the group of numbers where this equation is actually going to work? Um, well, all right, write them when you do it. Write it better than that. Well, I would solve this and say the only solution possible in this equation is 3. X equals 3 because 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Okay. Yeah, I can't plug in a 5 or something. 5 plus 1 is 6. That's not 4. There's only there's only one number in the set of all numbers for which this equation is true. So the set, wow. Um, Back up. Let me write a real. All right, here we go. Yeah, 3. So the set of numbers for which this thing is true is just this. That's, it's like a box with only one number in it. Okay. So moving on. You could have sets with more numbers, of course. Let's get this set ready. Okay. What's the set of numbers for which this is true? If you take the number and you square it, it equals 9. Well, three is one possibility because 3 times 3 is equal to 9. But get this. Negative 3 is also a possibility. Negative 3 times negative 3 is also equal to 9. The two negatives cancel out there. So the set of all real numbers for which this situation is true is 3 and negative 3. Okay, so what if I were to ask you, what is the set of all numbers, all real numbers, for which this is true? You take a number and add 1 to it. It's the same as if you take that number and add 2 to it. Well, you would be scratching your head. You, there is no solution. I mean, uh, if I plug in 2 here, 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plug in 2 here. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 equals 4. Is it ever true that 3 is equal to 4? I mean, no. It's never equal to 4. So, and you can try all kinds of numbers. You'll never find a solution to this. So, if I were to ask you, what's the set of numbers for which this is true, you would say to me, the empty set. There are no numbers for which that's true. So the empty set is kind of a fancy way of saying there's no solution. And it's helpful in situations where people are asking you what is the set of all numbers for which this is true. If you need to answer with a set and there aren't any numbers, then the answer is the empty set, the set where nobody lives. Okay? It, it's also called the null set. Null means 0 or nothing. You'll hear that too. So no solution.